Well, hello there. Welcome to another vlog. How are you guys? I am just getting ready to go out to dinner. Well, it's an early dinner. It's still a dinner though. I was gonna say maybe it's a late lunch. No, it's an early dinner. I am meeting a woman that I met at the Loewe Boutique. I went to a floral arranging class. Do you guys remember that? It was the first one. The very first one I went to. Anyway, she was there shopping and she follows me here on YouTube. She introduced herself to me. Anyway, we connected and we're gonna meet up for dinner at Bazaar Mar at the Shops at Crystals. So I'm very excited. I've been wanting to try that restaurant. And ever since I met this woman at Loewe, I've just, I'll think of her every once in a while. So she actually reached out to me and, asked if I was available for dinner. And I was like, absolutely. So can't wait to get to know her better. So like I said, I'm just out of the shower. I just finished up my skincare routine and I thought I would kind of get ready with you guys, get dressed with you guys, and then put on some makeup. So I've got some new pieces in from Quince. I'm so excited to share them with you. I'm working with Quince on this video. I'm a longtime partner of Quince, as you guys know. I love working with them, mainly because their products are so incredible at an affordable price. And the team that I work with is so incredible as well. So anyway, it's just such a great partnership all around and I absolutely adore them. So I got two new pieces in that I am so in love with. So before I actually put them on my body, let me show them to you. So this is a brushed cashmere shrunken V-neck sweater. Do you see the gorgeous halo that this fabric has? Oh my God, it's so soft. It is cloud-like. And you guys know I like a cropped silhouette. And for this occasion especially, I like a cropped silhouette because the jacket that I'm gonna be wearing over it is cropped as well. And it is this 100% leather jacket. Look at it. Oh, my hair's on it because I've already tried it on. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look, it has ruching at the bottom, so it makes it look like a blouse, like it has a blouse-like effect to it. It's got these slanted pockets covered with a snap, zip front. It's collarless, which you guys know. This is like literally my dream leather jacket. It's also got the ruching at the cuffs and along the back as well. And I feel like it just really shows off how soft this leather is, because you wouldn't be able to do this if the leather was too hard or too thick or too heavy. This is such the perfect, I think, perfect transition piece. This will take you into early spring perfectly. So I'm definitely wearing those two pieces tonight. And I thought I would pair it with, I have these Quince trousers. They are like a tapered, slightly stretchy wool trouser, and they have an elastic back. See, so the front is flat and the back is elastic. So comfortable and so perfect for dinner. So let me put all this on and I'll be right back. Okay, before I put on the sweater, I thought I would just show you these trousers by themselves. So here's the elastic back, flat front, pockets, and then you can see that it is absolutely the perfect length on me. I'm 5'5", I'm very average, and I love the tapered. Oh my God, so good. So it looks great with pumps, it looks great with flats. These are such a great wardrobe staple. I feel like I need these in more colors. Yeah, but this is in navy. I have it in size 8. And also this t-shirt, it's their Quince's 100% organic cotton slubbed tee. It's so good. And they actually have some new seasonal colors that are really nice, like earthy terracottas. Really, along with black, and I do feel like I need a black. I feel like this t-shirt is perfect. I'm always layering it under sweaters, blazers, jackets, sweatshirts, always. If you see a white tee peeking out of any of my outfits, most likely it is one of these Quince slub tees. Oh my God, I wish you guys could feel through the screen how soft this sweater is. So I've got a size medium, and I just love where it hits me, exactly right at the lower waist, upper hip. Oh, it's so good. And I think this would look great with one of my midi skirts or a skirt that kind of comes out and flounces a bit. It would look great with a straight skirt. This would look great with jeans. I mean, it's just such a basic, versatile piece, but this brushed cashmere fabric just makes it look even more luxe and delicious. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And you can wear it against your skin. I mean, I have this t-shirt on, but you can most definitely wear this against your skin if you wanted to, your bare skin. And I love this gray and navy pairing. I don't do that often. You know, I'm usually like a gray and black gal, but I really like the navy. It looks a little bit softer than black. Okay. And now for the jacket. I'm so excited. So excited to be showing you guys this. So this jacket is in their black leather. It does also come in a dark brown leather, which that would have looked really good tonight too. I think I need the dark brown also. And the sizes are extra small to extra large. This is a medium. Oh my God, how cute is that? Can't you just see this with everything? Jeans, skirts, dressed up, dressed down. You could put like a nice scarf here, tuck it in. Makes it easy because it's collarless. And I just think this is like the perfect transition piece, you know, to go from like late winter where it's just starting to warm up, but it's still chilly at night, into like early spring. Oh, it's just it's the perfect weight, absolute perfect weight. And I just love this like ruching detail we have. It just really shows off the suppleness of the leather. So awesome, so awesome. And what do you guys think of wearing black with navy blue? I don't have a problem with it, but I feel like that's one of those old-timey like fashion rules. You never wear black with navy together. I don't know, I don't have a problem with it. And I think it was the Rose. It was Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen. I feel like they always pair navy and black together and it always looks phenomenal. Like right now I'm envisioning like an Ashley Olsen outfit where she's like wearing all black and then she's got like a big like oversized navy like wool cashmere overcoat on. And she always looks great. Anyway, I don't have a problem with black and navy myself. I think it actually looks pretty good together. So I definitely want to bring one of the Quince Italian leather box shoulder bags that I have. This is in a really beautiful, deep, rich brown. I think this could be an awesome option. They even have black on their website. I don't have the black. I think I need the black. But this is a really beautiful dark brown. Do we like that? I guess it depends on what shoes I wear. And then I do also have this creamy white. This I don't actually see on their site, but I feel like, you know, colors kind of come in and out of stock. But this could be good with one of the pairs of shoes that I'm thinking about wearing, which are my Totem slingbacks. And this is another reason why I love a good ankle length, like tapered pant, because then you can wear slingbacks with it. Because I feel like otherwise you have to wear it with a skirt. If I wear it with like trousers that are too wide leg and long, that like kind of cover my feet, it always gets stuck underneath my heel when I walk. So yeah, when it comes to pants and slingbacks, they have to be like ankle length. And when they're ankle length, I do really like when they're tapered. I'm just gonna lower you guys a bit so you can see my shoes with the bag. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let me see it with the brown bag. I mean, I think this works too. I am leaning towards the off-white one. But yeah, if you guys are interested in this bag, it's so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous and it is so well made that if you like the brown or the black, I would definitely go for it. And it has an adjustable strap here. Incredible, really well made bag. All right, I'm gonna start with the Y Skin Glow SPF 30 primer. I've been enjoying this. I like that it has this like little bit of glow to it. It's very pretty and it has like a nice creamy texture, but it's not heavy at all. It's almost like a toned down version of the Dior Star Filter, like a really toned down version of the Dior Star Filter. I do like putting that star filter all over my face, but it's pretty shiny. It's pretty shiny. I don't mind that because I have such dry skin. I'm like, yeah, bring it on. But I can see how that could be off-putting to a lot of people. I know most people kind of like mix it into foundation or like spot use it. But yeah, I don't mind putting that all over my face sometimes. But if you do want something just a little, like with a little bit of that, but not as much as that, definitely give this a shot because this is, yeah, it's really nice. It has just a hint of that sheen. All right, I've got my Dior foundation stick. So what have you guys been up to lately? My husband and I just finished a whole bunch of TV shows that we loved. We absolutely loved. So The Wonder Man on Disney Hulu, it's like a new Marvel character. I think there's 8 episodes, but each episode isn't that long, maybe between 30 and 45 minutes. So we kind of blew through that, but it was so good. So one of the stars is Ben Kingsley, and he played the Mandarin. Anyway, he's that same character as the actor that played the Mandarin in Iron Man, was it Iron Man 3? Anyway, that actor, it's so funny when an actor plays an actor, but anyway, he plays an actor that acted out being the terrorist, the Mandarin in Iron Man. It's that character that's in this show. And it's fantastic. It's so fantastic. It's like a bromance. And I just think it's so sweet when you get to see like two adult men being really kind of like caring and tender with each other, because I don't think we see that enough. And it's really nice. It's really, really nice. So yeah, that was really good. And then we watched The Rip, which is actually a movie on Netflix. I'm just gonna use the Dior bronzer stick. And I believe not only do Ben Affleck and Matt Damon star in this movie, but I believe they're producers in this movie. And I, surprisingly, really enjoyed it. I'm not generally the biggest fan of Ben Affleck. Matt Damon has kind of grown on me over the years, but I could take him or leave him. Like, neither of them really blow my skirt up, but this was just a really good movie. It was a good movie, it was a good story, and it was told really well. It was told really well, it was shot really well, it was acted really, really well, and the whole like supporting cast was really good. So yeah, that was really good. If you guys were tempted to watch that, I would highly recommend, for sure. And what else? Oh my God, we also watched Predator Badlands. That's the one with, I believe it's Elle Fanning. It's not Dakota Fanning, but I think it's Elle Fanning. She plays a synth and she teams up with a predator. It's kind of hysterical. Like, I love the whole Predator series. Ever since my brother sat me down in 1989 and made me watch the original Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I have loved this character, this whole like situation. I absolutely love it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Unreal Blush Healthy Glow stick, this guy, and this is Peachy Glow. So Predator Badlands, highly recommend. It is very entertaining, and this is probably the most they've shown of the Predator lifestyle, the Predator culture. I don't even know what to call it, but yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It kind of starts in their home planet, whatever. I won't get too into it, but that was really good too. Really, really enjoyed that. Very entertaining. A lot of action, as you can imagine. And I thought I would try the Wise highlighter stick, Vacation Glow highlighter stick. I think they only have this one shade, but it's pretty sheer, so I think it could, work over a bunch of skin tones, but I'm just gonna kind of brush over the top of it and press it in. Yeah, I feel like it leaves more of a like finish to your cheeks versus any kind of color, because it's very, very balmy, which I like. Okay, Dior Onset Brow Gel in black. What else are you guys watching? I actually want to go to the movies, which is very rare for me. Right? I mean, I think things come out on streaming so quickly now that even if I want to see something in the theaters, it's like I blink and it's already out of the theaters and you can rent it. And I'm like, okay, well, if I just wait a couple weeks, it'll be free on streaming. One of the gazillion streaming services we all have. But I do want to see Crime 101. That's with Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo. I don't really know what it's about, but I want to see it. It looks interesting. I don't know if it's some sort of like sting operation or like undercover something. Anyway, it's apparently gotten very good reviews, and I love Mark Ruffalo. I mean, I think he's incredible, absolutely incredible. So I would like to see that. And it is in the theaters. So yeah, maybe this week sometime I'll actually make the effort and go to the movies. I don't know if you guys caught that podcast episode of mine where I talk about what I'm cheap about. And one of them is going to the movies. I just don't understand how you end up spending, like when there's two of you, like $100. Like easily you could end up spending like $100 going to the movies. between the tickets, and then it's really the concession stand that gets you. If you want a soda, popcorn, and some candy, forget about it. That right there is like $50. $50. And then they always upsell you. I always fall for it because I'm like, oh, I just need like a small. And they're like, well, for a medium, for like 50 cents more, just get the medium. I'm like, all right, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, and so I end up with a bucket of popcorn that's only half eaten, a soda that makes me need to like get up and go to the bathroom every 30 minutes. It's just bad. It's my own fault. I make poor choices when I go to the movies, but dang, is it expensive. So expensive. I just used the Chantecaille Eye Lumiere in Cremant. I'm gonna curl my lashes. So yeah, movies is something I'm super cheap about. And when we do go to the movies, to avoid going to the concession stand, I now pop my own popcorn at home. I'll just put it in a little Ziploc. I grab a can of, I don't know, Diet Coke or whatever I think I would probably order at the concession stand. I throw that in my bag and I take that with me. And in Vegas, the actual movie theater tickets are not expensive at all. I live near a theater where it doesn't matter if it's like a new release movie, it doesn't matter what time of day you go, like it's not like just a matinee special. I think tickets, they used to be $2.99. That was pre-COVID. After, I think they're $3.99. I mean, very inexpensive. So I really shouldn't complain. I should actually take advantage of that fact. They used to always get me at the concession stand, but now that I have my little workaround, it's not actually that expensive for me to go to the movies. My lips feel dry. I feel like I need something kind of glossy. I've got my Sarah Creole, The Adults Are Talking Intuition, and this is like that tinted, like moisturizing shine kind of lipstick. Oh, I didn't blend out the bronzer I put down there. Oh my God. Let's blend that out. Wow. That would have looked like, I don't know, that like I drooled chocolate or something. Amazing. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm ready for dinner. I'm ready to go to Bazaar Mar. I will definitely shoot the dishes. I can't wait. Cannot wait. Hey guys, good morning. I am just out of the shower and actually, what time is it? Oh, I was looking at the camera for the clock. It's actually just afternoon. I had a busy morning, finishing up some computer work, and I was like, I gotta shower. It's like midday. So anyway, I just showered and I was using my favorite exfoliator in the shower. This is the Revive Le Polish. It's the micro resurfacing treatment. And I love this because it is a physical exfoliator and I have such sensitive skin. I generally can't use like AHAs and BHAs, like chemical exfoliators. So I love using this basically like my oily areas, like the tip of my nose and like my larger pores here. And it just smooths out my skin. Polish is the perfect name for this. It feels like it's like just polished up my skin to make it look like marble. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, I am like down to the like last bit and I was actually on the Revive site and I was trying to figure out if I needed to order anything else. And I also love their the under eye illuminator, this guy. I think I'm close to being done. It's just hard to tell. I can't see, but you know how you can tell kind of by the weight of it, it feels empty at the bottom. So maybe I'll order one of these. I think I'm okay with like all of the other products of theirs I like that chin and neck contour mask. I have a few of those left. I love those. Those are really good. Should I use one today? I don't know if I have time. What else do I love from Revive? I love their, it's like, I think their anti-aging oil. Actually, I'm on their site. I can look right now. But it's an oil, but it comes out almost like an ointment. Oh my God, if you have dry skin, it is going to be your skin's like favorite best friend. Oh yeah, it's called the Rescue Elixir Anti-Aging Oil, and it's a thick oil. Anyway, if you have dry skin, and probably even if you have oily skin, because I do think oil itself is very healing, it's so fantastic. It is so incredible. I do love that product, but I have a new bottle of that, so I definitely don't need to be ordering any of that. So I think I'm just gonna order some of the under illuminator and this micro resurfacing treatment. This is priority. I definitely need this. I use that probably like twice a week, and it keeps like my nose skin, like when it gets oily, it gets really kind of textured. It keeps it really, really like smooth, like super duper smooth. All right, I'm gonna place that order, but let me do my skincare. So, I've been loving the Strivectin, the Barrier Restore Soothing Milky Mist as like a first step. It's so good. It's got like peptides, it's got hyaluronic acid. Yeah, and I've been absolutely loving it. It's such a good, like dry skin toner. Like a lot of toners I feel like can be really, really harsh or kind of meant for oilier skin, but this is just, oh my God, it's so perfect. And it's so light. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I start with that, and then I'm gonna use some of my Mimua Dark Spot Ampule. This is the guy that you roll on, and it is great for dark spots. I realized that I don't need a lot of this product. I like press it down once and that's enough for my whole face. So I just sort of treat like the discolored areas of my face, which is mainly right on top of my cheekbones and then down my cheeks. So I focus it there. So for serums, I have been using this Mimua, the Volume Up Time Block serum, but I just feel like trying something different today. Not even trying something different, but using something different. I have got my Dr. Barbara Sturm Calming Serum. I haven't used this in a while, and I do want to get through it before, you know, it gets too old. And I do feel like my skin can always use a little bit of calming. It's got like a nice milky kind of texture to it. So I'll blend that all in. And then for eye cream, since I just mentioned this, let me use the Revive Under Eye Illuminator. So I use about like half a pump. You really don't need a lot of this. And it's got like highlighting qualities. Oh my God, it's so good. So good. And I was looking at reviews of this. I think people, or they were, I don't know, maybe the marketing isn't quite right, but they were under the impression that they wouldn't need like a concealer if they use this. You definitely need a concealer. I mean, there's like the highlighty bits to it, but there isn't like coverage, if you will. And it's a cream, so it's definitely more skincare than it is makeup. But I just happen to love that glow that it gives my eye area. I don't like a glow in my makeup, but in my skincare like this, just as kind of like a base, I think it's really nice. That is makeup for around my eyes. You guys have heard me say that. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of concealers with like glow to them. I feel like it just makes me look like I'm sweaty. But yeah, but skincare, I don't mind at all. And I was using this radiance cream from Mimua. This is pretty much done. And then I moved over to, or back to, I should say, the Strivectin Barrier Restore Plus, the ceramide cream. I was using this and then I started playing around with this. I went back to this guy, but I got this and I really, really like it. So I think I'm gonna put this on today. This is the In Beauty Project Extreme Cream. It's the Firming and Lifting Moisturizer. And it just has such a nice, like creamy texture. It's not too thick, but there's something really, really rich about this formula, and my dry skin loves it. Absolutely loves it. So I'm going in with this today. Okay, I'm just figuring out what I want to wear today. What am I doing today? That's where I should start. Oh my God, I didn't tell you guys about dinner last night. It was so good. It was so, so good. It was Bazaar Mar at the Shops at Crystals. You guys saw that. The little thing that we got, the little cones, I think that was trout. Holy smokes, was that good. That was, I mean, it was so delicate. It was so flavorful. Absolutely incredible. And then the waiter actually recommended, I think it was a mackerel dish. It was almost like ceviche. So it was like formed in this round, kind of like flat round pancake, but you know, kind of like fell apart as soon as you like went in. It had this really strong like citrus zing to it. It came with those chips, which I think were they taro chips? I think they were taro chips. It was like so much food, and like every dish had so many like different ingredients and like flavors and stuff. I'm getting it all mixed up in my head. Oh my God. And then the paella. The paella was like chopped up like little fine noodles. I don't know if it was like vermicelli noodles, possibly. Oh, that was so good. And the seafood in there was not a soft shell crab. It was a crab. It was a different kind of crab. Anyway, hopefully I can grab it off the menu, and I will have put it into the clips of dinner that you will have watched already. Anyway, all of it was so good. The only dish that we both really, really liked and thought was amazing, the scallops, just wasn't as good as the rest. Like it didn't live up to the other 3 or 4 dishes that we had. And then we were like, do we get dessert? And I was like, I cannot. Like that was so good. Like I wanted the memories and all the flavors of like all the dishes to just like settle. I was like, I don't want to like taint it with something sweet because it was so good. It was so, so good. Sorry, my hair's falling out. So yeah, so that was, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. And it was so much fun hanging out with Alex. This was the first time we got to hang out. So it was nice. We just kind of, you know, got to know one another, and we chatted about like, you know, which fashion brands we really like, and, you know, blah, 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 where we like to go shopping and all of that. So that was a lot of fun. That was so much fun. So that was, yeah, that was last night. My God, it was such a good time. Anyway, yeah, I had to do a lot of work this morning, and I don't know, I know I'm not the only one, but sometimes I just sit down at my computer and I start doing this, and then, oh, I gotta do this, and oh, I've been meaning to do that. And like literally like 5 hours later, I was like, I have to shower. I haven't even like showered or done anything. So here I am. Here I am. So I am invited to a dinner tonight, and I just can't decide if I want to go, because I went out to dinner, you know, last night, and, you know, I would like to. I just don't like eating out too many days in a row. I know myself. Like it starts to catch up to me. My stomach starts to get upset. I start to get like really bloated because, you know, when you go out to eat, there's a lot of stuff in the food, and you're not even aware of it. But my husband is out. He's on the Strip, and it would be a good time. It would be like a good night for me to go out. And I want to see my friends. So these are the 2 friends I went to Gymkhana with in my last vlog, and they're like real foodies. One actually works in like the food / like catering business. So yeah, it's always fun to see them or whatever. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know if I feel like eating out again, you know? And even the night before, I saw Alex, my husband, and I actually ordered in, because we just planned poorly, basically, because we do like to have stuff in the fridge that we can just heat up quickly, and we didn't have anything. I'm planning on seeing them next week, these 2 friends of mine, where we go out to eat. I'm planning on seeing them next week anyway. I think we're gonna go to a Thai restaurant that a Strip chef actually left, like the Strip restaurant, I can't remember which one now, but the Strip restaurant, and is now the chef at this off-Strip restaurant. So whenever that happens, like locals go crazy. Because then that means like we don't have to go to the Strip, we don't have to pay for parking, we don't have to fight the crowds and the tourists and everything, and pay the like, you know, pumped up prices or whatever. I still like to go for like the fancy dinners or whatever, but it's really exciting when a Strip chef from like a really good restaurant comes and either opens up like a local restaurant or ends up being the chef at a local restaurant. So yeah, that's next weekend, and I'm looking forward to that. So maybe I'll just leave it for next weekend. I've learned I have to pace myself. I have to pace myself. Okay, let me get dressed and put some makeup on this face. Okay, I'm like double cashmering it today because it's actually kind of overcast and I just can't get warm. I can't get warm. We've actually like upped the heat and everything. I can't get warm. Anyway, I'm wearing my Quince cashmere tee. This is in the ivory color, size medium, and then I've got my baby cashmere, the cardigan. This is the one that I wanted to wear yesterday. I love this cardigan. It is so decadent. It's so decadent. It's such a like plushy, gorgeous cashmere. Oh my God, it's thick, it's pillowy, it's snuggly. And since I'm not going out for dinner today, I plan on being home and just working and nesting a little bit. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Let me put on some jewelry, of course. All right, I got my chains on. Let me put my earrings. All right. I always feel like I'm putting on my armor for the day when I'm putting on my jewelry, like I'm suiting up for the day. Anyway, let me put some makeup on. Look who's here. Oh my God, you guys. Look at this little baby. I love her so much. I'm gonna go downstairs. Oh my God, you guys. Butters, oh my God. Just my heart just like grows every time I see her. My little baby. I'm like so obsessed with my dog. So obsessed with my dog. So I just have to share with you. So she's, you know, she's getting a little bit older. She's gonna be 9 later on this year. She's like 8.5 right now. So she's not old by any means, but she's starting to display like old lady behavior. So I've noticed like if my husband and I are like, I don't know, talking about something and we've got the TV on or whatever, she will like literally excuse herself and either come into my office here, which is probably on the first floor, like the furthest room from where our kitchen is, our kitchen and our TV, or she'll go all the way upstairs to our bedroom. So, you know, she used to do this thing in the middle of the night. You know, she sleeps in the bed with us. In the middle of the night, like 2 or 3, she would jump off, which would wake me up occasionally, but that's a whole different story. But she would jump off and go sleep on the couch, come downstairs and sleep on the couch by the TVs. And, you know, I always wondered like what it was. Did she get too hot? Were we moving around? You know, I never knew what it was because I would wake up and be like, where's Butters? And then I'd realize that she had come downstairs. Or I'd feel her jump off and then she would come back like really early in the morning, like at like 5 or something, probably hearing like my alarm go off or something like that. Anyway, so she used to do that. So I took a guess as to why she was doing it. We've got those big fluffy, those like, you know, faux Sherpa kind of, what do you call that? Just like the big fleecy kind of blankets. I have a whole bunch of them downstairs and she loves sleeping on those, right? She like, you know, claws at them. She like snuggles herself in. And I thought, you know, what if I put one of those blankets on our bed upstairs? So I got another blanket, I put it upstairs, and now she likes to go up there and sleep on that blanket. And she never jumps off in the middle of the night anymore, except to sometimes she needs to go pee or whatever. But she never like jumps off and comes down to the couch and stays on the couch anymore. It was totally about the blanket. So anyway, my little old lady. She doesn't even hear me coming anymore. Her hearing is bad, but it's definitely gotten worse. And she was just sleeping so tightly on the bed up there. She's so cute. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Some mornings I snuggle with her on the couch and I'm like, oh my God, what a mistake. What a mistake. It takes all of my strength and all of my energy to like tear myself away from her and the couch. So bad. All right, let me just throw on some makeup quickly. So yeah, I was saying I had like I had like kind of a busy computer work morning, and a lot of it was because I got an email from Prada and they were inviting me to an event in Milan for later on this month. And I went to something similar last September. Yeah, it was around my birthday. So last September, and it was like a really, really nice event. I mean, it was gorgeous. I met two influencers that I absolutely love that I follow on my own. I got to meet them, so I felt like, okay, it was worth it just for that, just to meet them in person and like, you know, connect with them and get to know them in real life. I mean, they're lovely online, they're even lovelier in person, so that's always such a joy. So we had a nice dinner and then we got to go to the store. And if you guys caught that vlog, it's like my 48 hours in Milan because I was literally there for 48 hours. So, you know, they invited me to another one at the end of this month. And they don't, you know, they don't cover any of the expenses or anything. It's not like a sponsorship or anything like that. It's just, you know, an invitation to this event. And you know me and Prada. I love Prada. I have loved Prada. Prada is probably my first love, like even before my husband. And so I just started, of course, like researching plane tickets, hotel rooms, you know, changing the dates, trying to figure out like, okay, how can I get like a cheaper ticket, because these events go on during Fashion Week and everything gets like amped up. And I looked at hotel rooms. So if I flew in before the event and then stayed and just like left right after the event basically, which would only give me like 1 day in Milan during Fashion Week. I think, yeah, like 1 day. Like basically the cost of a non-Fashion Week night at the hotel is like more than half of a night during Fashion Week. I kept toying around with like the dates basically, like my flights, and my flight got really, really cheap because I was thinking I'll go and like hang out for a couple days. But that's like into Fashion Week and the flights were exorbitant, the hotels were exorbitant. So I was like, okay, what if I front load it and it got cheap? Whatever. I was doing all of these machinations to try and figure out how I could make this work. And I had to remind myself of a conversation that I had with you guys here on this channel about setting boundaries. And I sat there probably for a good hour just really thinking about it, kind of going back on the picture, you know, just really trying to like get real with myself. You know, do I want to do this? It's going to be a very expensive trip. It's my time, which is something I won't get back. I've got like something I have to be in Vegas for like right before, which also like change the dates or whatever. And then, you know, coming back, I didn't have anything like right after when I come back, but just a few days later, something, you know, I'm actually having the girls over for like a girls' weekend. They're coming to my house this year, and that was happening like just short of a week later. And I was like, you know, I can't do this to myself again. I can't do it. And I'm still struggling with it because I'm talking about it. So yeah, I'm just really struggling with, I don't know, setting these boundaries and knowing my limitations and, you know, not forcing it. I feel like I want to say yes to as many opportunities as possible, right? Experience. There's nothing better than gaining experience in your life. But, you know, I did so much traveling last year, and last year I was really, really on the like, don't say no to anything. Don't say no to anything. Just everything is like, yes, see what happens. There's always like, you know, opportunities and whatever. Anyway, I was exhausted by the end. I still feel like I'm recovering from all of last year's travels. And I have to keep telling myself that saying no, that first of all, there's no right or wrong decision, right? You just have to make the one that's right for you. And I just have to like keep reminding myself that I was so tired. I'm still kind of tired. And that it just it's not the right timing. You know, it's too short notice. I can't really plan for anything. I'd be going crazy trying to pre-film before I go. So I turned them down. I said no, I can't make it. And I don't know. I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with this whole setting boundaries and knowing my limitations. And I think maybe it's more than knowing my limitations. You know, as I'm getting older, things change, obviously, and I just don't recover. I don't recover the way I used to. I don't think I'm necessarily in the minority here. When I did the turnaround in Milan last year, I don't know how much of this I mentioned at the time, but man, did that trip take a lot out of me. And a lot of it was because on my flight back, I was really sick. From Milan to, I think I changed in Newark. I can't even remember. I think I connected in Newark. That flight, that like 7 or 8 hour flight, I was sick the whole time. I think I did mention this. I was sick the whole time. Anyway, it was not good. It was not good. And when I came back, I just felt like a shell of a person. I think I was just like recovering from that. And just looking back, I'm like, I can't do that. Even if I stayed like another 2 days, I just think it would be really, really hard on my body. And it's hard to admit, you know, it's like, I'm okay getting older. I know things are changing. I know things are going to change. I know I'm not that young whippersnapper that I was, but there's some things that I don't want to say they're hard to accept, but they're almost hard to recognize. And I'm like, is that age? Is that old age? And when I think about that specific trip to Milan, I don't think that it was fully because I'm, you know, an older lady now or whatever. I think I was tired. I think maybe I had eaten something bad because I was really sick. I think maybe I'd eaten something bad, or yeah, I was just off. I was just really, really off. But I think just the general not being able to bounce back between all of my trips, that is definitely age. This pattern that I saw throughout the year, basically, of coming back maybe for a week or so and then taking off for another trip, and how with every trip I got more and more tired, that was something that I was like, is this age? Am I this tired because of age? It's like a question that I've been kind of toying around with. And I think, yeah, yes, the answer is yes, most definitely. And the fact that like, I'm really, really taking, oh God, I think I'm breaking out because I got my fucking period last week. And I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Okay. One thing at a time, one annoyance at a time, Michelle. So anyway, I've lost my train of thought, but I think you get my gist. I am struggling with the decision I made to say no to the Prada event because I'm coming to terms with the fact that I can't do everything I want to do. One, there's just not enough hours in the day, and I just don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. I don't have the fortitude anymore, and I have to be okay with it. So anyway, that's what had me stuck at the computer this morning, just, you know, playing around with like different dates and figuring out what was best. And my husband was trying to like talk it through with me. He was like, okay, what if you went on this day and, you know, whatever, and what else could you do while you're there if you want to like make the most out of it, all this stuff. And I was like, it's just too, of course I could see Luna if she's in town, but it's just too short notice to see if I could hook up with any other fashion brands or whatever. It's just too late notice, and it's, you know, fashion, whatever. Anyway, we went through all the different scenarios, but that's why I got like stuck at my computer this morning for many more hours than I planned on. So yeah. Am I gonna wear mascara? Let me put on some mascara. Let's put on some mascara. I'm like 99% there. I'm 99% sure that, you know, that was the right decision for me and where I'm at currently at this moment. Oh, and also on the same day, I was actually invited to a Prada event here at the Crystals Mall because they're having the archival skirt event. And I'm going to that. Mrs. Prada herself, she went into the Prada archives and pulled out some of her favorite prints, and they're making them into skirts. And the only time you can get them is at this event. And it's on the same day here in Vegas. It's later on this month. I will definitely vlog that. It's here in Vegas. And so I'm so looking forward to that. I think that is actually an event that's like closer to my heart. I get to see like the prints and everything. So that was my like fallback plan, which is phenomenal. So I shouldn't feel bad. I'm just feeling a little bit of FOMO. That's all. Lips. I'm gonna put on this Chantecaille Bamboo. And I've been throwing on the Chantecaille, the Jacaranda lip chic from their Flamingo collection, but I think I'm gonna try tapping on the Makeup by Mario Pink Chai. This is that jelly product. that I like on my lips, but not on my cheeks. Just to brighten it up a little bit, this is a very cool toned lipstick, and it can kind of draw all the color out of your face, which I don't really mind, but it looks very extreme with my bleached hair. When I had darker hair, I don't think it looked quite as corpse-like, but it's looking really corpse-like. So anyway, I'm just brightening it up with a little bit of other brighter colors. This is the Jacaranda color. So yeah, both of these have like a nice bit of pink to them. I have a bit of a confession to make. So over the past couple of years, I have done no buys, which I'm not doing this year, but last year and the year before, and I was successful mostly. Anyway, something that was on the list was like notebooks and stationery kind of in general, but specifically like notebooks and journals. And last year when I went to Japan in October, I really just kicked that no buy to the curb like so hard. I don't think I've ever bought as much stationery as I did at one time on that trip. It was very intense, but I was there with my good friend Brady, and I introduced him to Traveler's Notebooks. And so he fell in love, and then his like excitement for it got me excited. I'm not putting the blame on him. It got me excited. I'm just kind of sharing how it went down. So anyway, we went to like the factory store in Kyoto. We had to go to the one in Tokyo Station. We went back to the one in Tokyo Station. We went a little nuts. We had to go get stamped, like the whole thing. Anyway, I showed you guys all of that stationery I got when I was in Japan, and that was in October. Since then, I haven't shown you guys any of the other things that I've purchased, but I've purchased a lot more stationery, and I think I'm gonna do like a video about it, because when I do talk about stationery, I do get quite a few. I mean, more comments than I thought I would, but comments about you guys being interested in stationery, or how your stationery heads, or how much you love it too. So anyway, I just got a package from Jet Pens. I do a lot of shopping on Jet Pens, and I was like, all right, I gotta come clean with you guys. So yeah, it's a nice big envelope of stuff. Okay, let me just shut up and show you what I got. So I have like a little stationery bag now that I carry around with me, and one of my Traveler's Notebooks has turned into me keeping track of the books that I'm reading and the shows and the movies that I'm watching, because I feel like I go through shows and movies. I mean, I was just talking about some, right? I was going through shows and movies so quickly, I don't even remember them. It's like we just go from one to the next. Anyway, so I'll show, in my stationery video, I will show you what I'm doing. But I'm basically like dedicating a page to each show or each movie. I'm rating them. I'm like, you know, when did I watch it? When did I finish? What did it stream on? Like, and then just like a couple sentences on like my thoughts or whatever, just in hopes that it'll help like resonate all this information, because, you know, again, with perimenopause and brain fog, it's like I barely remember my name, and that's not even an exaggeration. So I'm just hoping that this will help. So I got this washi tape. It's markable washi tape, because a lot of washi tape has that waxed, like wax coating on it, so you can't actually mark it up, but they have markable or writable washi tape. So I got this washi tape. It's basically in segments of 5 stars. So now I can just rip off one segment and like color in the stars to like rate the shows and the books that I've read. So I got that. I mean, so silly. Like right now I'm just writing out the stars, which is fine, but I just thought this was so cute. So I got that, and then I got, because you guys know I love bears, I got this teeny tiny little pad of bear notes. There's 3 different colors in here. I think you can see on the side. There's 3 different colors, but let me open it up. Oh my God, how cute. I knew these were small, but it's like, you know, until you see it in real life, I didn't realize how small these were. So here's one, and it's like a little apple. And then here's the next one. And then here's the last one. She's wearing like a crown of flowers. Anyway, they're like segmented out, the 3 colors, but each of these is like a little Post-it note. So you can actually tear these 3 apart, but they're all Post-it notes, which is really cool. So I got that. And then I did get this washi masking tape. I'm not exactly sure why I got these. I think it's because in my existing stationery collection, I had something similar to these, and I just really like them if you want to just add little borders around stuff or whatever. But this is washi masking tape, and it's perforated. So they're just like these little strips, and then there's 3 different patterns. So we've got the gingham, the window pane, and then it's like solid. And it's nice because you can use it as like highlighter. You can mark it up, so you can see you can write on these. Yeah, I just thought it'd be cute. Writable with water, ink, pen, so not oil, and I guess not gel. I'll have to try that out. So water, ink, pen. But yeah, I thought that was really cute. Actually, let me open this up so you guys can see the different patterns. So it's got this plastic cover. And then here's the washi tape. So it's got backing, so you just have to peel the backing off. So here's the gingham. Here's the solid. And then here's like the graph window pane kind of pattern. Isn't that cute? I thought that was really cute. So I got that. And then I was just like crossing stuff out in my journals, and I was hating the way it looked, so I just got this like whiteout pen type deal. I thought that was cute. And then because I was like, I've been cutting stuff out or whatever, I was like, I need a cute pair of little scissors to keep in my little stationery tote. So I got these mainly because they look really cool. So there's scissors and a cutter. Isn't that neat? So here. So it opens up to one. Let's see if I can figure this out with you guys. Okay, so here's what it looks like. And then it's locked. So I guess if I press it down and let it go, we've got the cutter. So I can use this blade to box cut, and then one more notch. I can use this as scissors. I'll have to see how good the cutter is. I'm like kind of curious because yeah, none of these edges are necessarily sharp. Maybe I just have to use it like at an angle. But yeah, isn't that neat though? I thought that was a really cool design. So we'll have to test that out. And then, you guys, I'm really excited about this. I do hope I use it. So one of my purposes, or what am I trying to say? One of the things I've decided to use my many notebooks / journals for is just to write to-do lists, because I'm working through what I want to actually like write down and what I want to keep electronically. My calendar, it just has to be kept electronically. I keep trying to put it into a journal or into a date book or something, but I'm doing like double work, and I'm like, well, that's okay. It helps me like kind of remember it, but it's just inefficient, it's just stupid, and I have to keep it electronically because I put stuff down in my iPad and then I see it on my laptop and my phone, and like, you know, vice versa, and it's shared with my husband and everything. So I have to do that electronically. So there are things that I'm trying to figure out like what works best. And I was, using the Notes app in my phone as my to-do list, but that actually wasn't working that well for me because it was like, I wouldn't want to pick up my phone to see what I wanted to do. It was like, that felt better as a notebook. So I was doing that, and I've actually been, sorry, this is loud, and I've actually been doing pretty well with that. I'm keeping up with that, but I just feel like it's a waste of paper because I'm just like scribbling down like a to-do list, and then once I'm done with that, I move on, and it's not something I'm gonna go back and reference. I pretty much cross all the stuff out and then like toss the piece of paper. So, you guys, they have notebooks that are like whiteboards. So you can basically write on there and then just squeegee it off. Now, sure, I could just get a whiteboard and put it in my office, but I like the idea of having a notebook, something I can carry with me. And I'm so excited at this prospect. And it was in like a JetPens like newsletter. I think they send out a newsletter on a weekly basis. And this is such a new concept to me. I am positive it is not a new concept in the stationery world, this idea of like a whiteboard notebook. But I was like, what is that? I got so excited and like immediately went online and ordered this. And it was why I was on JetPens and ended up getting all this other stuff. But okay, here's the notebook. So like a nice kind of like pocket size. And then weekly schedule that you can wipe away to do. So it's got the plastic cover on top. So it like basically protects the ink. So if you're like writing over here, you don't want to just like close it together. Otherwise I think it's going to smudge. I think that's the idea. And then just some plain pages. And then we've got like some graph paper. And that's it. How cool is that? How cool is that? Oh my gosh. So let's try this out. All right, so let's go right to the to-do. It includes a pen. Is this, oh my God, this is a magnet. Where do I put that? All right, we'll think of something later. It's a little felt tip pen. It's got the little eraser at the edge there. So to do, let's see, feed Butters. I don't need it to do for this, but feed Butters. Now let's say I close this up, walk around with it, and then, okay, it's still there. It is still there. And now if I want to erase it, you guys, genius. Now I don't have to go through, I feel like I was going through like mounds and mounds of paper of just to-do lists, and I was like, this is so stupid. I'm like, I need a solution, and I think I found it. So this is from, there's a whole bunch, but this is from the company Quince, and then this is called the New Board Light. How awesome is this? I am so excited for this. I just have to figure out what this magnet, is this a magnet? I'm gonna have to use like my Google Translator and translate all this Japanese and see what they mean to do with this magnet. I love this so much. Oh, sorry, 2 more things. I got these cute pens. They're Uniball pens, but that's Pom Pom Purin, and that's who I was dressed up as, or I had like the hat of a Pom Pom Purin when I went go-karting in Tokyo. It's like this cute little dog with a beret, and then here's Pachaco. Yeah, so they had these like little Hello Kitty themed pens, and I think there was one that I wanted that was sold out, but they had these 2 left and one other, I think Choco Cat, which I'm not really a cat person, so I got the 2 dogs. Aren't they cute? And I love these pens. They're kind of short, kind of chubby, so they're really easy to hold. Yeah, they're the Uniball 1. That's, I don't know if you can see, but that's like the model of this pen. And what is the tip size? I think it's a 0.5. Oh yeah, so Pachaco is a 0.5, and then the Pom Pom Purin is 0.38, so a little finer. So cute. Oh my God, love these.